A very important responsibility of a teacher or a professor at a school or college is to maintain a neat and organized record of student attendance. It not only helps to figure out who all are attending classes regularly, but also teaches teachers to understand which students have been absent frequently. Now let's see how a simple attendance report can be created from a pre-designed MS Excel template. Microsoft provides many editable templates for its users. While some are paid versions, others are free to download and edit it as per your need. Click on the Excel icon, then click on More Templates. As you can see, many templates are available here, which can be put to use for various purposes. Scroll down to check these out. We will now click on option Explore All Templates. Since we need a particular kind of template, we will click Search. Next, we will enter attendance report into search bar and hit the search icon. You will find that MS Office provides attendance report templates for Word, Excel as well as PowerPoint. Next, click to choose one that we like best. Click Download. Now open the downloaded file. Before we go forward, let us save this file at a suitable location on our computer. This is done so that you don't lose the file later. Go to File, Save As, this PC, select the folder you want to save this file in. Name the file properly and click Save. Now, your file is saved successfully. We are ready to edit the template now. We don't need everything from pre-designed template. So, let's start by deleting the data or column we won't require. Select the column A and right-click on it. Select Delete to delete the hidden data in the column as we won't need them. Follow the same steps again to delete the column itself. Next, in column A12 to 15, we have the legend for the records. We will change these to only present or absent. Next, we will delete the columns we don't need from the table. Then one by one, we will change the column names wherever required. We will also drag on the column bar to align the tables properly, so that all days are displayed clearly. Now, let's enter all the names of the students in the table. Fill all the data as per the attendance record of the students. Next, to delete those rows from the table which you won't require, select them. Then right-click on the selected area and click Delete. You can choose to highlight absent days of students by selecting all absent columns, by keeping the Control key pressed, and changing the font color from the drop-down option. Similarly, you can also choose to highlight a row with student details that you would like to stand out for some reason. For that, select that row and go to the Fill Color option. From drop-down list, select a suitable color to highlight the selected row. All done. Now, let's try to export this attendance report as a PDF that can be printed later. Go to the File menu, Export, Create PDF or XPS. In the pop-up window, check whether the file is being published or exported as a PDF and whether the name of the file is correct or not. If such details are okay, click Publish. That's it. Your attendance report is ready in the PDF format as well. Isn't this really easy? You can create a similar kind of attendance record using other tools as well. For this, you can use both MS Word as well as Google Sheets.
The facility of verifying Aadhaar details online is available for citizens to ensure their information is correctly registered. The facility of updating Aadhaar details online enables one to modify registered details in case of changes. It is important to verify and update the Aadhaar details because this card is linked to various government and non-government services like banking, mobile phone and LPG gas connections, etc. Aadhaar information can be verified or updated from any location as long as there is internet connectivity. If one wants to verify the Aadhaar details or there is any update required, such as change in name or address, then it is important to verify and update the details online and submit the required proofs. All Indian residents can verify their existing Aadhaar details online and update details in case of any change. At the end of this activity, you will be able to explain how to verify Aadhaar number, describe how to update Aadhaar details online. If you want to verify and update your Aadhaar details, visit the website https://uidai.gov.in to verify your Aadhaar number. Click the Verify Aadhaar Number option. Next, enter your 12-digit Aadhaar number. After entering it, type the characters you see in the picture and click Verify. On successful verification, a confirmatory message is displayed. You can also see your Aadhaar details such as age band, gender, state, and mobile number. To verify your registered mobile number for Aadhaar, on the home page, click the Verify Email/Mobile Number option. Next, enter your Aadhaar number and the mobile number to be verified. You will be prompted to type the characters seen in the picture box. Click Get OTP. You will receive a verification code on your registered mobile number. Enter this code in the Enter OTP text box and click Verify OTP. A message is displayed stating that your mobile number is successfully verified. You can update the information on your Aadhaar card. For example, some information may have been incorrectly recorded or you may have changed your address. Please note that to be able to update your Aadhaar details online, you should have your mobile number registered. Start by clicking the option Address Update Request Online on the home page. Click Proceed to submit your address update or correction request online. Enter your Aadhaar number and type the characters seen in the picture box. Click Send OTP. You will receive a one-time password on your registered mobile number. Enter the received OTP and click Login. Select the fields you want to update. You can select more than one field. Click Submit. While updating your Aadhaar details, you should keep a few things in mind. Depending on the information to be updated, you must upload original scanned copies of supporting documents as per the valid documents list. Review the data entered for correctness and completeness in English as well as in the local language. For future reference and tracking, note down your update request number, URN. In this way, you can verify and update details linked to your Aadhaar card. So if there are any errors in your details or you need some changes, go online right away and do the needful in the few simple steps. Your Aadhaar card is an important document, so make sure everything about it is correct and updated. Aadhaar is a 12-digit unique identity number issued by the Unique Identification Authority of India to Indian residents based on their biometric and demographic details. An Aadhaar card can be downloaded from the UIDAI website. Aadhaar can be easily downloaded without any extra cost from the website in case one has lost the original card or has not received it after registration. Aadhaar can be downloaded from the official UIDAI website from the URL https://eaadhaar.uidai.gov.in/. Aadhaar card can be downloaded from the website when the original card is missing or has not arrived. All Indian citizens with an Aadhaar number and a computer with internet connection can download it from the UIDAI website. Seema needs her Aadhaar card to apply for her engineering entrance exams. Unfortunately, she cannot find it. She is very worried. She asks her cousin Rohit which office she should visit to get a duplicate Aadhaar card urgently. Rohit says there is no need to go anywhere. She just needs to download a copy of the Aadhaar card online. Let us see how Seema gets a duplicate Aadhaar card. At the end of this activity, you will be able to describe how to download an Aadhaar card. If you do not have your Aadhaar number UID or Enrollment ID number EID, you can retrieve them using Step 1. If you have either of them, you may proceed to Step 2 directly. Step 1. Visit the website https://uidai.gov.in. In the Aadhaar Enrollment section, click Retrieve Lost UID/EID. On the displayed page, below the You want to receive your lost, select the appropriate option, that is Aadhaar number UID or Enrollment number EID. Enter your full name, then enter either your registered email address or registered mobile number. Enter the security code characters in the box and click Send OTP. Enter the one-time password OTP that you receive on your mobile number in the box and click Verify OTP. The UID or EID number you requested is sent to your mobile number. Note it down carefully. Now that you have your UID or EID number, you can proceed to Step 2. Step 2. Go to the website https://eaadhaar.uidai.gov.in. Select the I have Enrollment ID or Aadhaar option as desired. In the Select Your Preference option, choose Regular Aadhaar. Enter your details such as EID or UID number, full name and PIN code. Then enter the security code displayed and click the Request OTP. Read Terms and Conditions message from UIDAI consent window and click I agree. A confirmation message regarding sending the one-time password to your registered mobile number is seen. Click Confirm. Enter the OTP received on your mobile number in the Enter OTP box and click Download Aadhaar. An electronic copy of the Aadhaar card in PDF format is now downloaded to your computer. While opening the PDF document, you need to enter the 8 characters password. The password should be a combination of the first 4 capital letters as your name in the Aadhaar card and year of birth in YYYY format and click Submit. Now you can take a print of this e-Aadhaar card. So, in case you have lost or misplaced your Aadhaar card, you can simply go online and download an e-Aadhaar card. This downloaded e-Aadhaar card will be accepted as a valid ID and residential proof wherever Aadhaar card is accepted. You are not required to pay any extra charges or penalty for your duplicate card. Above all, getting it is so quick and convenient. Remember to note down your Aadhaar number and keep it at a safe place. Do share this useful information with friends. It might save them a lot of time, effort and worry.
Park in a city. In the last few days, he has observed that the local kids have begun to play cricket and football in it. He is a sports enthusiast himself and encourages playtime among youngsters. However, he had seen that the local kids leave behind a lot of strewn garbage like plastic cups, wrappers and half-eaten food in the park. In order to keep the park clean and beautiful like before, and not to discourage the kids from playing either, he has come up with a plan. He has heard that one can organize an event on the Swachhata Mohua mobile app, so he plans to set up an event for cleaning the park on a weekend. Let's see how that can be done on the Swachhata Mohua app. Download the Swachhata Mohua app on your mobile phone. Open it. Then choose a language as per your wish. Then register your mobile number. You will be asked to upload a photo. We will tap on the skip option for now. Next, you will see that you have 3 options available: to post a complaint, create an event, and to update your profile with more information. To create an event, tap on the option Create an Event. Under the category of the event, you have to tap on the drop-down option to view the list. Next, select one category that is relevant to your need. We will select the option Park Cleanup here. Tap on the next button. Enter a suitable title for the event. We will enter the title Clean the Park Initiative for now. Tap on the next button. Enter an appropriate description of the event. Then tap Next. Then you will be asked how many male, female and children volunteers you will require for the event approximately. Enter suitable numbers in all these categories. Tap Next. Enter the location of the event by providing a landmark for it. Finally, set the date and time of the event by tapping on the blank. You will be taken to a screen where you have to tap on the calendar icons and the clock icons to provide the start and end dates and time of the event. Now, the entered date and time will appear on the blank. Tap on the next button. This is the screen for ensuring that all terms and conditions have been met by you for creating such an event. Tap to check the box for the terms and conditions after reading them carefully. Tap on the Finish button. That's it. You have successfully created your event for other users of the app to see it and respond. Shankar posted the event on the app. Surprisingly, all the local kids turned up to clean the park along with him and some others. Isn't this an amazing way to plan an event in your locality and to keep your city and premises clean?
Learning to properly type the number keys across the top of the keyboard can be more challenging than the letter keys. Because of their distance from the home row, all of the number keys are located 2 rows above the home row. And because of their distance, it's easy to hit a different key than intended. When first starting out with the number keys, you'll probably need to look at the keyboard as you type and build up muscle memory. Let us see how to type the number keys. The 1 key is typed using the left little finger. When typing this key, you may have to allow your hand to rotate slightly clockwise in order to reach it successfully. The 2 key is typed using the left ring finger. Don't worry if one of your other fingers leave their home row position slightly when typing this key. This is natural and should improve as your finger muscles become more efficient. The 3 key is typed using the left middle finger. Try to keep your other fingers rested on their home row when typing this key. You'll notice that the middle finger will need to be fully extended to strike the 3 key. Both the 4 keys and 5 key are typed using the left index finger. These 2 keys are probably the easiest of the number keys. Just remember to move the index finger up and to the left for the 4 key and up and to the right for the 5 key. To make it easier, curl up the other fingers on their home row keys when typing 4 and 5. It's especially important to return all your fingers to their home row position when practicing these keys, because there will be a tendency to just let your entire hand rest on the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 keys when practicing. Doing this defeats the very purpose of practice. Your fingers need to practice the new movements for them to gain flexibility. Number keys are used on a regular basis when typing, and learning just the letter keys on a keyboard will limit your potential typing efficiency. You may need to practice the number exercises more times than others, because your fingers require more stretching than they do for the letter keys. Keep your eyes on the screen. If you constantly look around, you'll not be able to concentrate. Furthermore, you might disturb others. Concentrate on your own task. Make adjustments. The keyboard should be on a waist high, flat to work surface directly in front of you. The proper distance is a handspan from abdomen to fingertips touching the edge of the desk. The 6, 7, 8, 9 and 0 keys are typed in the same manner as the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 keys, but with the right hand instead of the left. The 6 and 7 keys are typed using the right index finger. Like when typing the 4 and 5 keys with your left hand, when you stretch your index finger to reach these keys, you may need to bend your other fingers more to allow them to curl up and on top of their home row key positions. The 8 key is typed using the right middle finger and can be struck by extending the middle finger directly up and to the left. The 9 and 0 keys are probably the most difficult keys to master in this section because they are typed using the ring and little finger. The 9 key is typed using the right ring finger and the 0 key is typed using the right little finger. Like when typing the 1 and 2 keys with the left hand, it's okay if your hand rotates a little counterclockwise and 1 or 2 of the other fingers need to move slightly away from the home row. As you put in more practice, try to be aware of what your other fingers are doing to keep them grounded on the home row as much as possible.
Let's learn something new. This activity covers how to identify the parts of a formula, use formulas, copy formulas, display formulas, and types of error messages. All formulas in Excel must begin with an equals sign. Say you want to get the square of the number 50 in a cell. You can use the multiplication sign and write equal to 50 asterisk 50 to get the result. Alternatively, you can use an exponent. 50 square is 50 raised to the power of 2. It can be calculated using the formula equal to 50 caret 2. This will also give you the same result. You can directly use cell references in formulas. To calculate the total marks of each student in this sheet, you can use the AutoSum command on the Home tab. Click cell J8 and then click AutoSum. You can see the formula that has been used. Here, sum is a predefined Excel function. We'll be learning more about functions shortly. Press enter to see the result. A formula is made up of 3 parts: an equals sign, a function name, and an argument. Instead of using AutoSum, you can enter the formula yourself. In cell J9, type the formula equal to sum followed by an open parenthesis. Then type the range of cells to be considered by entering the start cell and the end cell with a colon in between. In this case, the cell range will be typed as D9:I9. Then type a closing parenthesis. As you type your formula, you can see it appearing in the formula bar at the top. Press enter to see the result. Instead of typing formulas within the cells, you can type them in the formula bar, keeping the cell activated. This is especially useful for long formulas. To clear a formula from the formula bar, click the X-shaped icon. To register it, click the tick mark. Instead of typing the cell references, you can also drag to select the range of cells. Click cell J10 and type the start of the formula, equal to sum, followed by an open parenthesis. Now select cells D10 to I10 with your mouse and close the parenthesis. Press enter. Let's copy the formula to cell J11. Click cell J10 and press Ctrl+C to copy. Then click J11 and press Ctrl+V to paste. Have a look at the formula bar. The formula has been copied, but the row number has been changed. Excel intelligently senses that since the formula is copied into row 11, the total marks in this cell must be calculated using the values in the same row. The formula is altered accordingly. To copy the formula to all the cells in the column, position your mouse pointer at the bottom right corner of cell J11. Drag the fill handle downwards till cell J27. There is an even more convenient way of copying formulas. Click cell K8. To calculate the percent marks of the first student, type the formula equal to J8/6 since there are 6 subjects and press enter. Now activate cell K8 again and position your mouse pointer at the bottom right corner of the cell. Drag the fill handle downwards till the end of the column. This copies the formula in all the cells and you get the percentage marks of all students. To display the percentage with 2 decimal places, on the Home tab, in the number group, select number from the number format box drop-down list. Now click outside the selection. Displaying formulas. You can display the underlying formulas in the cells instead of the resulting values. Activate the Formulas tab and click the Show Formulas icon in the Formula Auditing group. This is very useful when you need to view or print your worksheet with the formulas to check if they are correct. Scroll to the right to see all formulas. To redisplay the results, click Show Formulas once again. Excel error messages. It is important that all formulas are correctly written. Excel displays error messages such as the ones displayed when certain events occur due to an improper formula. Automatic calculation. Automatic calculation is a special feature of Excel. By default, Excel automatically recalculates the formulas when the cells that the formula depends on have changed. Let's change the marks in cell I8 and press enter. You can see that the values in the total and percent cells of that student are changed automatically. Here is a rundown on what you have learned. Parts of a formula, using formulas, copying formulas, displaying formulas, and types of error messages.
Concat, maxifs, minifs. Concat. The concat is a newly found function in Excel. It is a replacement of the concatenate function in Excel and is observed in the latest Microsoft versions like Office 2019. This inbuilt function in Excel is found on the Formula tab and is identified as a text or string function. This worksheet function chiefly aids in combining texts from several ranges or strings. Further, the concat function allows you to add space characters so as not to form long strings of text, but fails to provide a delimiter for ignoring blank arguments. To apply concat, go to the Formulas tab, Text, Concat. The function arguments dialog box opens. Fill in the boxes with texts and click on OK. The concat function gets applied. Alternatively, choose a cell to place your combined data. Type is equal to concat and choose the cell you want to combine first. Add commas, spaces, and other texts and use quotation marks to separate the cells you will combine. Finally, enter the formula within brackets and you are all set to obtain a concat function applied data. Maxifs. Available on the latest Microsoft Office versions, that is Office 2019 and Office 365. Maxifs is a significant function of Excel that you will find on the formula bar of a worksheet. This function helps you to return the maximum value among cells and is based on certain conditions. Maxifs can be used on different criteria based on conditions such as text, numbers, date, and so on. To apply maxifs, go to the Formulas tab, More Functions, Statistical, Maxifs. The function arguments dialog box appears. Fill in the max_range, criteria range 1, and criteria 1, etc. and click OK. This ensures that the maxifs function is applied. Minifs. This function, as the name suggests, returns the minimum value among cells based on a given set of conditions. Minifs can be used for criteria basis like texts, numbers, and more. To apply minifs, go to the Formulas tab, More Functions, Statistical, Minifs. The function arguments dialog box appears. Fill in the min_range, criteria range 1, and criteria 1, etc. and click OK. Minifs function is applied to your selected data.
Let's learn something new. This activity covers types of cell references, using absolute references, and referencing multiple sheets. The displayed worksheet contains the unit test marks of the students. Now, for the final exam, you need to calculate 20% of the unit test marks for each student. We shall use an absolute reference for this calculation. If the percentage changes from 20% to some other percent later, you need to change it in just one cell, which is cell G3. Now, to calculate 20% marks, activate cell E8 and type equal to D8 asterisk $G $3 in it and press enter. By adding $ before G and 3, you have made the column and the row references absolute. Copy this formula from cell E8 to the remaining students by dragging the fill handle downwards. Now, click in a few cells within the column and check the formula in the formula bar. You can see that although the formula has been copied and the first cell reference has been changed, the reference of cell G3 has remained constant. Referencing multiple sheets. While working, you may need to reference data from more than one sheet. This is called referencing multiple sheets. In the displayed workbook, Sheet 1 contains the marks scored by the students in the exams. Sheet 2 contains the marks scored in the tests. Now in Sheet 3, we want to display the totals of both exam and test marks. Click cell C2 in Sheet 3. Enter the formula equal to Sheet 1 exclamation mark C2 plus Sheet 2 exclamation mark C2 and press enter. You can see that the sum of the figures on the other two sheets is displayed here. Thus, Sheet 1 exclamation C2 refers to cell C2 on Sheet 1 and Sheet 2 exclamation C2 refers to cell C2 on Sheet 2. Copy this formula to the other cells in the column to display the total marks of all students. In this way, you can perform calculations on data from different worksheets in a workbook. Let's revise what you have learned. Types of cell references, using absolute references, and referencing multiple sheets. In this activity, you will learn about different functions in Excel. By the time you finish, you will be able to define a function, use the date function, explain the if function, use ifs function, copy formula values, explain the len function, use the lower, upper, and proper functions, Explain and use the SUMIF function. Explain the COUNTIF function. Use the count A, and count blank functions. Use the text join function. Use the switch function. Use the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP functions. A function is a pre-written formula that performs calculations automatically. You saw the SUM function. Each function has a specific syntax, that is, a set of rules associated with it. This means that when you enter a function in a cell, you need to enter certain predefined arguments for it. On the Formulas tab, in the Function Library group, you can see various icons representing different categories of functions. Date function. The date function requires 3 arguments: year, month, and day. Functions can be entered in 2 ways. The first one is by directly entering the function and its arguments in brackets. Please note that you may enter a function in both capital and small letters. In a cell, type =date. As you start typing, a small pop-up box appears from which you can make your selection by double-clicking. Now, in brackets, type the arguments. As you type the open bracket sign, another pop-up box comes up showing the arguments required for this function. Enter the arguments separated by commas and close the bracket. Press enter to display the result. Function arguments window. The second way to enter a function is to use the function arguments window. This proves more convenient when there are many arguments and the functions are more complex. Let's enter the date function using this window. Click in a cell. Then, on the Formulas tab, in the Function Library group, select Date and Time. Date. In the Function Arguments window, enter the year, month, and day in numeric form and click OK. The date is displayed in the default format. To change the format of the date, on the Home tab, in the Cells group, select Format, Format Cells. In the displayed window, ensure that the date category is selected and click on a suitable format in the type box. Then click OK. Your date is now displayed in the format you specified. Try exploring other date and time functions such as today, now, day, month, and year on your own. If function. The if function is used to check conditions. It returns one value if a specified condition evaluates to true, and another value if it evaluates to false. Let's use the if function to assign the result pass or fail to the students in the displayed worksheet. Let's assume that the students need at least 35% marks to pass. Click cell L8. Now enter the formula equal to if into a bracket K8 more than equal to 35, comma, pass, comma, fail, bracket complete, and press enter. The result pass is displayed since this student has a percentage which is greater than 35. The syntax of the if function requires you to specify the condition to be checked first. This should be followed by the action to be taken when the condition is satisfied, and the action to be taken when the condition is not satisfied. Here, we have checked whether the percentage is greater than or equal to 35. If the answer is yes, the result pass should be displayed. If the condition is not specified, that is, the percentage is less than 35, the result fail should be displayed. Note that the words pass and fail must be written within double quotation marks. Now, copy the formula in all the cells of the result column. Ifs function. IFS function. Sometimes you may need more than a single if condition. In such a scenario, the ifs function can make things easy. Say you want to assign grades to the students based on their percentage marks as follows. If percentage is greater than or equal to 80, A plus grade. If percentage is greater than 75 but less than 80, A grade. If percentage is greater than 60 but less than 75, B grade. If percentage is greater than 50 but less than 60, C grade. If percentage is greater than 35 but less than 50, pass grade. All others fail. Here, there are a lot of conditions to be checked. But don't worry, the ifs function makes it quite simple. Click cell L8 and enter the formula as equal to ifs into bracket K8 more than equal to 80, A plus, comma, K8 more than equal to 75, A, K8 more than equal to 60, B, K8 more than equal to 50, C, K8 more than equal to 35, pass, true, fail, bracket complete. Press enter to see the grade. Copy the formula to the rest of the cells. Did you understand how the formula was created? The first part is checking the condition for grade A+. If that condition is not satisfied, the next condition is checked, and so on. At the end, true, fail is added to ensure that Excel returns the value fail in case none of the previous conditions in the ifs function is satisfied. Copying formula values. When formulas are based on values in other cells, the results adjust as per changes in those cells. But what happens when those cells are deleted? You get formula errors. Let's see how to avoid such errors. The total percent and grade columns in this worksheet are based on the marks in the subject columns. Now, you want to display only the last 3 columns without displaying individual marks. If you directly delete the columns containing the marks, you will get formula errors. There is a way to resolve this issue. First, let's click the Undo button on the Quick Access toolbar. Now, select the cells containing formulas in the total column. Press Ctrl+C to copy them. Keeping these cells selected, on the Home tab, in the Clipboard group, click the down arrow under the Paste icon. Under Paste Values, select the Values option. This copies the resultant values of the formulas instead of the formulas themselves. Press Escape and click outside the selection. Now click some cells in the total column and check the contents in the formula bar. You can see that the formula bar displays actual values instead of formulas. Now, you can go ahead and delete the columns with marks details. The last 3 columns are displayed correctly. since there are no formulas that reference the deleted cells. Thus, if you want to remove the dependency of cells on other cells, you can use the copy command along with the paste values command. Insert function icon. The insert function icon on the formulas tab can help you search for functions you need and to create formulas. Say you want a function that will give you the average of a set of numbers. In the search box at the top of the insert function window, type the word average and click go. In the select a function box, the names of all functions related to averages are displayed. Select the one you need and click OK. The function arguments window is displayed and you can continue with the creation of your formula. len function. Len function. In Excel, the len function returns the length, that is, the number of characters in a group of characters. The group may be a word or a phrase and may include letters, numerals, symbols, and punctuation marks. The blank spaces between characters are also counted as characters. The displayed worksheet contains a list of words. Let's find the length of each of them. Click cell B2. Now type the function equal to len and in brackets type the cell containing the text, that is A2. Press enter. The length of the text is displayed. Drag the fill handle downwards to copy the formula to the other cells. Now you have the lengths of all the words. Lower, upper, proper functions. When textual data is copied into an Excel spreadsheet, sometimes the words may have incorrect capitalization. You can correct this using different text functions. The lower function is used to convert the text in a cell to lowercase, that is, small letters. Enter some text in cell B2 in capital letters, say Microsoft Excel. Now to display the contents of this cell in lowercase, click B4 and then type equal to lower into bracket B2 bracket complete. Press enter. Your words are displayed in the lowercase now. Next, let's display these words in proper case, that is, the first letter of each word in uppercase and the rest in lowercase. Click cell B6, type equal to proper into bracket B2 bracket complete and press enter. To display the words once again in uppercase, click cell B8, type equal to upper into bracket B6 bracket complete and press enter. In this way, you can change the capitalization of text in your worksheet. SUMIF function, SUMIF function. The SUMIF function is used to add up the values in cells in a selected range that meet certain criteria. The worksheet displayed contains a list of employees with their departments and monthly salaries. Now, we want to calculate the total salaries received by the employees of each department. Let's start with the accounts department. Click in cell H9 and then on the formulas tab in the function library group, select Math and Trig, SUMIF. In the function arguments window, click in the range box and type B2:B21. Since this is the range we will match our search criteria with. In the criteria box, type ACC, since this is what we want to search for. In the sum_range box, type C2:C21. Since this contains the actual values to be summed, click OK. The total salary of the accounts department is now displayed. Calculate the total salary of the other departments in a similar way. COUNTIF function. The COUNTIF function is used to count the number of cells in a selected range that meet the specified criteria. In this worksheet, we want to calculate the number of employees in each department. Let's start with the accounts department. Basically, we have to count the number of cells containing the word ACC. The syntax of the COUNTIF function is equal to COUNTIF, COUNTIF, into bracket range, comma, criteria, bracket complete. So, click in cell H9 and type equal to COUNTIF and in brackets type B2:B21. Since this is the range of cells we'll be checking, type a comma followed by the criteria ACC in quotes. Close the brackets and press enter. Here you are. The number of employees in the accounts department is displayed. Now, calculate the employees in the other departments in a similar way. Count, count A, count blank functions. Count, count A, count blank functions. There are some other useful functions related to counting. The count function is used to count the number of numerical non-blank entries in a range of cells. The count A function, also called the count all function, is used to count the number of all non-blank entries in a range of cells. The count blank function is used to count the number of blank cells in a range. Let's see the result of each of them in the cell range B1 to B20. In cell F2, type the formula equal to count into bracket B1:B20 bracket complete. In cell F4, type the formula equal to count A into bracket B1:B20 bracket complete. In cell F6, type the formula equal to count blank into bracket B1:B20 bracket complete. So, you can see that this range contains 14 numerical entries, 18 total entries, and 2 blank cells. Text join function. The text join function allows you to join 2 or more text strings together, with each value separated by a delimiter. This worksheet contains the name and address details of various suppliers. You can use the text join function to combine the text in the different columns into a single one with a separator between each piece of data. You can see that there are some blank fields in this data. Type the formula in cell H2 equal to text join, open parenthesis, comma, and a space within quotes, comma, true, comma, and then the cell range B2, G2, followed by the close parenthesis. Here, the delimiter is specified as a comma followed by a space. This will be inserted between each cell value. The true argument ensures that no blank spaces are left when there is missing data. Copy the formula down the column. You get the name and address data in a single column with a comma separating the fields. Switch function. The switch function compares a value to a list of values and returns the corresponding result. In this worksheet, you want to display the day number against the weekday. For example, Monday is day 1, Tuesday is day 2, and so on. If it is not a valid weekday, you want to display the text not a weekday. In cell C2, enter the formula as equal to switch into bracket B2 Monday, comma 1, comma Tuesday, comma 2, comma Wednesday, comma 3, comma Thursday, comma 4, comma Friday, comma 5, comma Saturday, comma 6, comma Sunday, comma 7, comma not a weekday, exclamation, bracket complete, and press enter. The correct day number is displayed. Copy the formula down the column. The last argument in the formula is used to specify the text to be displayed when there is no matching value. You can see that since holiday was not specified in the list of values, the text not a weekday is displayed. Lookup and reference functions. The lookup and reference icon on the formulas tab is used to insert various functions that return values by looking them up in the reference tables. The displayed worksheet shows a list of employees with their department codes. Now, we want to display the department names based on the lookup table at the right. We shall use the VLOOKUP function for this. Please note, the lookup table must be sorted in ascending order. Click the first cell below the heading Department Name, that is cell C2. On the Formulas tab, in the Function Library group, select Lookup and Reference, VLOOKUP. The VLOOKUP function searches the first column of a range of cells and then returns a value from any cell on the same row of the range. In the Function Arguments window, you can see that this function requires 4 arguments. In the lookup_value box, you need to specify which value you are going to search for in the lookup table. So, click cell B2 since this contains the department code. Now click the table_array box. Here, you need to specify the range of cells which contain the reference values, that is, the lookup table. Drag over cells G2 to H4. This range appears in the table_array box. We need to change the range to an absolute 1 since we require the same range when we copy this function later in all cells of the department name column. So, type $G, $2, $H, $4 in the table_array box. Now click in the call_index_num box. Here, you need to specify the column number of the lookup table from which you wish to return data. Since the department name is the second column, enter 2. Entry in the range_lookup box is optional. The default is false. This means that you are looking for exact matches for your department codes in the lookup table. So, let's leave it blank and click OK. The correct department name has appeared for the first employee. Drag the fill handle downwards till the last employee to display the department names for the rest of the employees. Approximate match. In the displayed worksheet, all fruits have the alphabet F followed by a number in the first column. Vegetables, on the other hand, have the alphabet V followed by a number. The VLOOKUP function has been used to search for approximate matches. In this case, the fourth argument, that is, range-lookup, must be set to true. As you can see, all entries beginning with F in the main table have been matched with F in the lookup table. Also, the V entries have been matched similarly. HLOOKUP function. The HLOOKUP function is similar to VLOOKUP. The difference is that it horizontally searches, that is, left to right, the topmost row of a lookup table until it locates a value that matches or nearly matches the one that you are looking up. Excel offers many more useful functions. Do explore them. Here is a rundown on what you have learned. Defining a function, date function, if function, ifs function, copying formula values, len function, lower, upper and proper functions, sumif function, countif function, count, count A and count blank functions, text join function, switch function, VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP functions. Let's learn something new. This activity covers how to name a cell range and use named cell ranges. This worksheet contains the marks of 10 students. Let's assign a name for the range of cell containing the total marks. The easiest way to name a range is to select it and enter a name in the name box. So, select the cell range F4 to F13, enter a suitable name in the name box and press enter. Similarly, name the cell ranges with the first semester and second semester marks suitably. To get the average of the total marks in your formula, you can simply write equal to average with the name of the cell range in parentheses. On the Formulas tab, the commands in the Defined Names group help you to work with the names you define. Click Name Manager to see a window displaying details of all the named ranges. Here, you can specify new names, edit existing ones, and delete names. The Use in Formula command in the Defined Names group can help you insert the names of ranges in your formulas. To create a formula to get the maximum marks in the first semester column, type the beginning of the formula and then click Use in Formula. Select the required name and press Enter to get the result. Try naming the cell ranges and insert them in your formulas. You will find this very useful. Let's revise what you have learned. Naming cell ranges and using named cell ranges. Neeta is 20 years old. She has recently started working as a teacher. Though she's not earning a lot, she's glad that she's earning and can take care of her personal expenses. Neeta's school has asked her for her PAN card. She's worried since she doesn't have one. She comes home and tells her father about it. She thinks that this is a big problem. In a comforting tone, Daddy tells her not to worry. All Neeta has to do was to fill up an application form online, pay the required processing fees, and get the PAN card delivered at home. But Neeta is curious to know what exactly a PAN card is. She quickly goes to her room and gets her laptop. She asks Daddy to help her in applying for the PAN card online. In this activity, you will learn opening the Income Tax of India website, finding the link for application of a PAN card, filling up an online application for PAN card. The first step in applying for a PAN card is to enter the website address incometaxindia.gov.in in a browser, then press enter. The Income Tax of India website opens. To apply for a PAN card, you will need to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here you can see the option Apply for PAN in the Important Links section. Click it. To fill up the online PAN application form, you will need to visit the website www.myutitsl.com. Click the link to the website which is present on this page. A pop-up window opens and informs you that you will be taken to an external web page. Click Yes. On the new page, click the link Apply as an Indian citizen. In the yellow pane at the right, click Apply for new PAN card. You can now see the PAN card application form. Come, let us fill it up. Enter details in this form carefully, as the PAN card is going to be a very important document for you. First of all, let us enter title and name. Click Select Title and choose a suitable option from the displayed list. Then enter your surname. You can specify whose name you want printed on the PAN card, either your father's or your mother's. You can choose to have either your father's name or your mother's name printed. If you want your father's name, select father's name, and if you want your mother's name, select mother's name. Now fill in your address. Usually, once you start writing your address, you give the full address. However, you need to do things a bit differently here. If you have a careful look, you will see that you need to enter your address in the boxes split up as per the specifications. Do the needful and do not forget to include your PIN code. Enter your telephone number and email ID next. Before entering the telephone number, do not forget to enter the country code and the area code or STD code. You might have observed that some fields in the form are marked with a red star. This means that these are mandatory fields and you cannot leave them blank. Along with your PAN card application, you need to submit a few documents. These are required as proof of identity, address, and date of birth. Before you submit the form, you need to declare that all this information is correct. You also need to select the capacity in which this declaration is being made. Since you are filling up the form yourself, select the option himself or herself. You have filled up the entire application form. Now click Submit. If any required information is missing while submitting the form, a pop-up will alert you about the same. Since you have filled up all the required fields, you will be directed to the next page. To pay the PAN card application fee online, click the Make Payment link. Enter your mobile number and email ID and choose your payment gateway. To complete the payment process, once we enter the password, you see a pop-up which tells you that your Aadhaar card has been linked with your PAN card. Click OK. You get an acknowledgement of your application on the screen in the form of another pop-up. Please note down the application coupon number displayed. You might also like to take a screenshot and save it on your computer in MS Word. After you have noted down all the information, then click Yes to confirm it. The online PAN application process is now complete. Click Print at the upper right corner of the page to take a printout. On the printed copy of the form, paste a photograph of the required dimensions at the top of the page and sign on it. You need to submit this copy along with the documents of proof of identity, address, and birth date that you had specified in the form to the nearest Income Tax Department office. On filling up the form, Neeta feels a great sense of pride and accomplishment. After all, she too is a responsible citizen now contributing to the nation. She decides to share the knowledge that she has gained from Daddy with other people too. Note, websites are likely to get updated in terms of content and layout. The purpose of this module is to give a general introduction to the features of the website. Please check for the latest version and use it. Ramesh has just turned 18. He is happy that he will be considered an adult now. Since has become eligible to vote according to the Indian election system, he is eager to get his voter ID card. He knows that applying online for this is the easiest and fastest way. Let us see how this is done. At the end of this activity, you will be able to explain the process of applying for a voter ID card online. To register for a voter ID card, visit the National Voters Service Portal website at www.nvsp.in. Scroll down the homepage and under National Services, click on Apply Online for Registration of New Voter. Form 6 is displayed. Select the state and assembly or parliamentary constituency and enter the applicant's basic details such as name, gender, and age. Then, enter birth details such as date of birth and place of birth along with parent or spouse details. Next, enter details regarding the applicant's residential address. After this, enter details of members of the applicant's family who are already included in the current electoral roll of the constituency. For this, you will need to refer to the voter ID cards of the members. You also need to upload supporting documents such as a photograph, an identity proof, and an address proof. So it is essential to have scanned copies of these. Aadhaar card or electricity bill may be used as an address proof, while Aadhaar card or driving license can be used as an ID proof. In the declaration section, enter the required details such as date since the applicant is staying at the mentioned residence and whether the applicant's name was included in any other electoral roll. After confirming that all the entered details are correct, click Save or Submit. After submission, your request ID is displayed. Note this down for future reference. Now, you may use this to track the status of your application. In this way, you can easily register a new voter online. A voter ID card is a useful document and can serve as a valid identity proof. Have you registered all the voters in your family? Voting is a citizen's right as well as a responsibility.
Replace manual paper-based signatures by adding e-sign, electronic signature. Shubham is a resident of Pune. He used to live with his father at that place until he enrolled for a master's degree course in Chennai recently. So, he has had to shift to Chennai now. Yesterday, his father called him to talk about investing in a 2 BHK flat. His father wants to add Shubham as a co-applicant for the flat. Shubham will need to sign the flat registration application and many more legal documents. How can he sign it without the documents physically being present in front of him? E-sign. Yes, you can now sign a document digitally and it will be considered valid. You can replace manual paper-based signatures with an e-sign for most of the official documents. Let's learn how. You will need a webcam in your laptop or computer for this. Open this portal on your computer screen. You will first need to register yourself. Click Get Your Signer ID now. Before you register, you'll need the latest Aadhaar KYC XML. To create one, click here. You will be redirected to the UIDAI website. Scroll down and click on the option Aadhaar Paperless Offline eKYC. Scroll down and enter your 12-digit Aadhaar card number and the security captcha code. Click here to get an OTP. Enter the OTP. Now, you will have to create a share code for your paperless eKYC document. Enter a code that you will remember. Click Download. The zip file has been downloaded. Open the location and extract the file. Enter the share code that you created and click OK. Now, go back to the e-sign creation portal. Click Agree and proceed. You have to complete the process in 5 steps. You can decide which signer ID type you want to go ahead with. Right now, let's go ahead with mobile. Enter your email ID that is linked with your Aadhaar. Enter your mobile number and PAN card number. Now, upload the eKYC XML file that we just created. Enter the share code again. Now, enter a new e-sign PIN that you will remember. Re-enter it, click in the box and click Submit. Next, verify your email by generating and entering the OTP you receive on your email. Same way, verify your mobile number. Read the agreement and when done, confirm the instruction and click Agree and proceed. Now you will be redirected to the payment gateway. Right now, it is free, so click Buy Now. The validity of this sign is 15 days. The next step is to capture your own video. Read the instructions clearly. After reading, confirm the instruction and click Agree and proceed. Now, you have to capture your video of not more than 20 seconds. Say the line given here clearly and as it is mentioned in your video. When you are ready, click Capture Video. Repeat the line. My name is Shubham Bhavsar and I have applied for CSC e-sign services. Click Save Video. You will now receive an acknowledgement of registration. Download it for future reference. When your application is approved, you will receive an email with the sign-in details. Once you log in on the e-sign portal, you can upload documents here and add the e-sign on them. You will be able to see the e-sign on your documents as shown here. Shubham downloaded the e-sign registration form and sent it to his father. He has also sent other documents that will have his e-signature. They are now excited to get possession of the flat soon.
Here's a list of some common symbols found on a keyboard with their descriptions. Name of the symbol, exclamation mark. Description. An exclamation mark is usually used to indicate strong feelings. Quotation mark. Quotation marks are used in pairs to denote a verbal speech, a quotation, a phrase or a word. The same key is used to type an opening quotation mark and a closing one. Number sign or hash. A number sign is generally used as an abbreviation for the word number. Dollar sign. A dollar sign is a symbol primarily used to indicate a unit of currency. Percent sign. A percent sign is a symbol used to indicate a percentage. Ampersand. An ampersand is mainly used to denote and. Apostrophe or a single quote. An apostrophe mainly marks omissions of letters and indicates possession in nouns. Parenthesis or round brackets. Parentheses are used in pairs to set text apart or place some text distinctly within other text. Asterisk or star. An asterisk denotes a multiplication operation. Plus sign. A plus sign denotes an addition operation. Comma. A comma is used principally to separate things. Hyphen or minus sign. A hyphen is used both to join words and to separate syllables of a single word. It is also used to denote a subtraction operation. Period. A period is used as a dot, full stop or decimal point. Slash or forward slash. A slash is commonly used while specifying internet addresses. It is also used to denote a division operation. Colon. A colon is often used to introduce a list of items. Semicolon. A semicolon is often used to join together two independent clauses which could be sentences. Angle brackets. Angle brackets are commonly used to enclose some types of codes called tags in certain programming languages. The first angle bracket is also used to denote less than while, the second one to denote greater than. Equal sign. This denotes equality. Question mark. A question mark denotes an interrogative sentence or unknown data. @ sign. This sign denotes an abbreviation of the word @. It is commonly used as part of an email address. Square bracket. Square brackets are mainly used to enclose explanatory material added by someone other than the original author. They are also used in mathematics. Backslash. A backslash can be used to represent a file path such as C:\Windows and is also used in numerous programming languages. Caret or circumflex or control. A caret is normally used to denote a pronunciation accent in certain languages. Underscore. An underscore is normally used to join words. Backquote or left quote or grave accent. A backquote is normally used to denote a pronunciation accent in certain languages. Braces or curly brackets. Braces are used in many programming languages to enclose groups of statements. They are used in specialized way in math, poetry, and music. Bar or pipe. This character has various uses in mathematics and programming. In general typography, it is used as a divider. Tilde. A tilde symbol is sometimes used to denote approximately or similar to. It is advisable to make sure that you are comfortable with all of the letters and number keys before trying to learn to type symbols. Let me tell you about the finger action of a few symbols. The open square bracket key is located to the right of the P key and is typed with a straightforward movement of the left little finger up and to the right. The closed square bracket key is located one more key to the right and that is followed by the backslash key. All keys are typed with the right little finger. Once you're comfortable with the three keys, try practicing them without looking at the keyboard so you can get a good idea of how the little finger movement is unique for each key. All reading material should be kept on the right. It should be elevated for reading ease. Keyboard height should be appropriate. If the keyboard is too high, it means your chair is too low and errors tend to occur in the top keyboard rows. If the keyboard is too low, it indicates your chair is too high and errors tend to occur in the bottom keyboard rows. The minus and equal keys are located on top of the keyboard, to the right of all the number keys. These keys require a little more stretching from the right little finger and you'll probably need to rotate your hand position counterclockwise to properly reach them. It is difficult to type these keys without moving your other fingers off the home row and so pay extra attention to reduce the movement of other fingers as much as possible. The key just to the left of the one key is known as a grave accent. It is not used very often and is typed using the left little finger.
Exercising is an important part of daily routine and a healthy lifestyle. To live a longer and healthier life, we must all create an exercise plan or fitness program and follow it regularly. Anil wants a healthy lifestyle too. He decides to join a gym. It has many trained exercise instructors, but now Anil needs a planner too. Let's create an exercise planner for Anil as a customer to follow and for the exercise instructor to train Anil. Search for the exercise planner template. Click open in browser. Check the template content. There are two tabs in this workbook: info and schedule and program tracking. This template already contains title and content that will help you create an exercise planner nicely. In Excel 365, no work will get saved automatically. Go to the File menu. Click on Save As. Click on Save As. Rename the document as Exercise Planner. Click on Save. You can see the automatic save status here. Every time you make an edit, the document saves it. Now, let's start customizing the content. Enter the name of the customer or client as Anil. Then, enter the name of the instructor. Enter the fitness program or exercise plan start date here. Align both the names to the right of the document. Now, start filling in the details of Anil. Filling this information will help the trainer map Anil's progress according to his body mass index, that is BMI. When you are entering a few values, you may see an error. Don't worry, many templates of Excel contain already applied formulas, and if you don't enter it desired values in these formulas, you will see an error. Delete the inverted commas that you entered in these cells. Now, the BMI will appear here. Enter the targeted BMI value for Anil. Next, enter the warm-up exercises. Enter reps, that is number of repetitions for the exercises. Enter the week's frequency and start time as a part of schedule. Similarly, enter other exercises and their details. Enter strength building exercises and the details. Next, enter the cardio exercises, then enter the cool down exercises and the other details. Next, enter the suggestions that will help Anil follow a healthy lifestyle. The info and schedule type is ready. The content in this tab is linked with the second tab. The reps, weights, etc. are linked here. You can track the actual exercise reps here and compare the differences. Isn't that amazing? The exercise planner is now ready to be used. But it will be a little difficult for Anil and the instructor to fill up information in the planner on the computer when they are in the gym. To follow the planner neatly, they can print it and stick it up in the workout room or the gym. If not a wall, they can attach it to a writing pad and keep it handy. To print the planner, go to the File menu, Print, click on Print again. Now, select all the pages and click Print. Anil can start exercising and stay healthy as a horse. Apart from MS Excel, you can create a workout plan on designwizard.com.
Searching and applying for jobs on the National Career Service portal. Seema works in a company as a sales representative. Her job responsibilities include interacting with potential customers, giving them ideas about the company's services, understanding their needs, and looking after project requirements. Seema wants to switch her job as she wishes to work with new products or services and various types of clients. Seema is also ready to shift to a new location for the job. She has already started her research online, but it seems that she is not able to find a job that meets her expectations. One day, while conducting the research, she comes across the National Career Service portal, a website powered by the Government of India to help people find jobs. This website exclusively lists jobs under specified locations and helps you find exact job profiles. It doesn't require you to upload a CV or resume separately. When you go to this portal, you'll be able to see a lot of job vacancies in all the states and union territories in India. Before you proceed, you will need to register yourself. On the homepage, perform the steps to register. Enter your details correctly and get verified using your mobile number. Once that is done, you'll get an employee code and ID card. Ensure that you're filling all the necessary details about your profile, as this is what the recruiters will see when you apply for a job against a vacancy. Now, click on the name of the location that you wish to do the job in. You'll now see this page. Scroll down to see all the available jobs. Under each vacancy, you will see information such as the hiring company, salary, required skills, and job description. To find a specific job vacancy, enter a job-related keyword here and hit search. Click Read More to view the full job description. It is a good idea to read everything mentioned about the job before applying. You can refine your search to more specific needs. You can apply filters like education with specialization, sector, organization type, job location, job nature, etc. Once you find an ideal job, click on Apply. This is a disclaimer window. Click Continue and Apply. And done. You have successfully applied for a job. In the Job Seeker tab, you'll be able to see all the updates, if you have been selected or not, etc. You can also keep updating your profile from here. You can download your automatically created CV and iCard. Finally, Seema was able to find job vacancies that meet her expectations. She is now waiting for updates on her applications. She is excited to get selected and start afresh. Enrolling for eSkill India programs. Neeta has just passed her standard 12 exams with flying colors. She has always had a knack for making herbal soaps at home. Now, more than taking up a degree course, she would love to get trained by a professional in soap making. It is her dream to open a small business that will deal in handmade organic soaps. Her classmate, Ria, told her yesterday that she has enrolled for a beautician course online at the platform eSkill India. It is an Indian government initiative backed by the National Skill Development Corporation or NSDC. Neeta looked up the website herself, and to her surprise, she saw that it also offers professional soap making tutorials. Neeta is very excited about it. She feels this way she can really learn some useful skills in her field and start off on her career path to success. Let's find out what this website is about and how to enroll or register oneself on this platform. Enter this web address into the address bar of your browser. As you can see, this website provides many options for its users to choose courses from. To enroll at this platform, go to the Sign Up option. From its drop-down list, go to the User option and then select New User. This is the sign up or enrollment form for a new user. As it states, you can either use your mobile number or your email ID to sign up. Fill all the relevant details in this form. Set an adequate password, then verify your mobile number by clicking on the Verify button. Enter the OTP you have received on your phone and click Verify. Follow the same steps for the email ID you have provided. Enter the OTP you have received and click on Verify. Then click on the button I accept terms and conditions of NSDC. A disclaimer window will appear on screen. Read it carefully before clicking on the Accept and Submit button. Now you have registered successfully at this portal. Use these login details to sign into the portal and start exploring the courses. Neeta has successfully enrolled at the eSkill India platform. She is very excited to have started a new skill-based online course as well. You too can enroll yourself here to learn new skills that will fetch some excellent opportunities for your career.
Numeric keypad. The numeric keypad or number pad is a rectangular group of numbers and operators located at the right side of large keyboards. The keys are designed to function as a small calculator. The numeric keypad can also come as a standalone keypad separate from the main keyboard on certain devices. Not everyone will benefit from using the numeric keypad, but it's very important in setups where numerous figures are required to be entered. If you plan to key in numeric data only, you can learn touch typing on the number pad without knowing touch typing on the standard keyboard. When entering numeric values, accuracy is always more important than speed. Take the practice sessions very slowly. Speed will come naturally later. The numeric pad comes on by default when your computer starts up. The key on the top left hand, the num lock, when pressed, turns off the numeric pad. When the pad is off, the keys perform the functions on the lower part. For example, number 6 key allows you to move the cursor to the right. The number 3 key serves the purpose of the page down key, and so on. When learning to use the numeric keypad for typing numbers, make sure the num lock is on. You should see a little light shining on the keyboard. The numeric keypad has its own home row positions where the fingers will rest when not actively typing. The home row for the numeric keypad is the 4, 5, 6, plus and 0 keys. The right hand is generally used to operate the numeric keypad, and the right index finger should rest on the 4 key. The right middle finger rests on the 5 key. The right ring fingers on the 6 key. The right little finger on the plus key, and the right thumb on the 0 key. Like when typing on the main keyboard, fingers should always return to their home row positions after typing a key. As we will see further, each finger is responsible for a vertical column of keys, excluding the 0 key, which is responsibility of the thumb.
Let's learn something new. This activity will cover how to convert text to columns, remove duplicate values, validate the entered data, and add custom messages. Converting text to columns. You can use the text to columns command in the data tools group of the data tab to split a single column of text into multiple columns. Let's separate the names of the students in the displayed sheet into two columns, first name and last name. Select the cells containing the names and then click the text to columns icon. In the convert text to columns wizard window, you can see two options. The first one is delimited. This is used to specify that a character such as a comma or space separates the fields in the text. The fixed width option is used to specify that the text must be split after a fixed number of characters. In this case, the delimiter is a space between the first name and the last name. So ensure that the delimited option is selected and click Next. In the next window, you need to specify the delimiter. Click space and then click Next. In this window, you can specify the data formats of the columns. Let's retain the default format General. Click Finish. Since the column to the right of the selected column has formatting applied, you see a pop-up asking you whether the existing data is to be replaced. Click OK. Now, the name data is divided into two columns, first name and last name. Click outside the selection. Removing duplicates. The Remove Duplicates command in the Data Tools group of the Data tab can help you to quickly remove duplicate values from a cell range. This worksheet contains multiple records for each salesperson. Now, if you want a simple list of salespersons, how will you get it? If you copy the data from the column containing the names, you will get a lot of duplicate entries. To remove the duplicates, keeping the copied data selected, click Remove Duplicates. Click OK in the displayed window. A pop-up is displayed informing you about the number of duplicates removed. Click OK. Then click outside the selection. You now have a list of all salespersons without any duplicates. Data validation. The data validation icon is used to control the type of data that users enter into a cell. For example, you may want to restrict data entry to a certain range of dates, limit choices by using a list, or make sure that only positive numbers are entered. The displayed worksheet contains a list of employees with details of their departments and monthly salaries. Let's set up a validation rule that the department code should be not more than 3 characters long. Select the column containing the department code by clicking the column heading B. Now on the Data tab, in the Data Tools group, click Data Validation. The Settings tab of the Data Validation window is displayed. In the Allow box, select Text Length, and in the Data box, select Less Than or Equal to. In the Maximum box, enter 3 and click OK. Now, in the worksheet, enter the name of a new employee at the bottom of the list and enter a department code having more than 3 characters. Press Tab to go to the next cell. Excel will not allow this and displays an error message. Click Cancel and enter a valid value. This time, pressing Tab allows you to move to the next cell since the validation rule of 3 characters is satisfied. To make data entry easier or to restrict entries to a range of values, you can create a drop-down list of valid entries that is compiled from other cells in the workbook. Select the column containing the department codes. Now click Data Validation. In the displayed window, on the Settings tab, in the Allow box, select List. And then click the Collapse button at the right end. Select the cells containing the valid values and then click the Expand button in the collapsed window. Now click OK. Since you created a drop-down list for this column, a small arrow is displayed whenever a cell within it is active. Enter the name of a new employee. Now try entering an invalid department. An error message is displayed. Click Cancel. To select a valid department, click the arrow and then select the entry that you want. Now, you're allowed to move to the next cell since a valid value has been entered. Validation messages. When a cell which has validation rules specified is active, you can specify a message to be displayed for the user's information. Select the column containing the department codes and click Data Validation. Activate the Input Message tab in the Data Validation window and enter your message title and text. Then click OK. Click any cell within the column to see the informative message. In the same way, the Error Alert tab in the Data Validation window can be used to display a customized error message instead of the default one when invalid data is entered. This is how your custom error message will look. Removing data validation. To remove applied data validation, select the column to which data validation has been applied. Then click Data Validation. Click Clear All and then click OK. No validation rules will be applied now. Here is a rundown on what you have learned. Converting text to columns, removing duplicate values, validating the entered data, and adding custom messages. Let's learn something new. This activity will cover analyzing data with what-if analysis, understanding the reverse calculations, and creating the forecast sheets. In Excel, certain elements are put together in formulas for calculation of results. Goal C works in a reverse way. You start with the desired result or goal and then derive the input values to arrive at the result. This worksheet displays the marks scored by a student in different evaluations. Now, it is time for the final exams. Though the student has not performed consistently in all the evaluations, his target is a final percentage of 70. He knows that he will need to score higher in the final exams. But how many marks are required in the final exam to achieve this target? The Goal Seek feature can help with this. Even though you don't know what the final exam marks will be, you can write a formula that calculates the final percentage. The average of all 5 marks will give the final percentage. So, in cell B7, type the formula equal to average into bracket B2, B6, bracket complete. At present, this shows the result as 65%. Once you use goal seek and specify the desired percentage, cell B6 will show you the marks required to be scored in the final exam. First, select the cell with the value you want to change. When you use goal seek, you need to select a cell that already contains a formula. Here, we will select cell B7 because it is the one containing the formula. Now, on the Data tab, in the Forecast group, select What If Analysis, Goal Seek. In the displayed window, the Set Cell box displays the selected cell B7. In the To Value box, you need to enter the desired result, which is 70 in this case. The By Changing Cell field is used to specify the cell where Goal Seek will place its answer. Enter B6 because this is where you want the marks needed for the final exam. Now click OK. Excel performs some calculations and then displays a window informing you that a solution has been found. Click OK. You can see that the final exam marks need to be 90 if a target percentage of 70 is to be achieved. In this way, Goal Seek can help you derive the input values for a desired output. Forecast Sheet. You can use the Forecast Sheet command in the Forecast group on the Data tab to create a forecast based on historical data. This can help you predict things like future sales, inventory requirements, and consumer trends. Note that there should be consistent intervals between the data points. For example, monthly intervals, quarterly intervals, yearly intervals, etc. For a reasonably accurate forecast, missing data points up to 30% are fine. Also, there may be multiple entries of the same period. This worksheet contains quarterly sales figures for a period of 4 years. To create a forecast, click any cell containing data, and on the Data tab, in the Forecast group, click Forecast Sheet. A chart is created with the existing data along with the predicted values. Predictions for a period of 2 years are displayed here. The period can be changed by specifying another date in the forecast end box. The fine lines that you can see around the forecast line are the lower confidence boundary and the upper confidence boundary. These indicate the confidence interval, that is, the range in which 95% of future data points are expected to be. If you wish to set the boundaries for another percentage, click Options and change the value in the confidence interval box. To hide the display of the boundaries, uncheck the box in front of the confidence interval. When you click Create, Excel creates a new worksheet. This contains a table of the existing values and predicted values along with a chart that expresses this data. The forecasted values are shown in a separate column. You can also create your forecast sheet with a column chart. For this, when you select the Forecast Sheet option, click Create a column chart in the top right corner. Here is a rundown on what you have learned. Analyzing data with what-if analysis, understanding the reverse calculations, and creating the forecast sheets. In this activity, you will learn about the outline group. You will see how to combine or group data, hide and display groups, ungroup data, and remove subtotals. Grouping data. Worksheets with a large amount of data can appear overwhelming and difficult to understand. Sometimes you need to view only a part of the data. Fortunately, you can use the group command in the outline group of the Data tab to organize data into groups. This enables you to easily show and hide different sections of your worksheet. Say, you do not want to view month-wise figures in this worksheet. You only want quarterly figures. To create a group of the data of the first 3 months, select the column headings and on the Data tab in the outline group, click Group. A line appears above the columns with a minus sign indicating that they are part of a group. To hide the display of this group, click the minus sign. Similarly, create a group of the next 3 months and hide it. Now you have only the quarterly figures, which is what you wanted. Ungrouping data. To ungroup the data of the first 3 months, click the first plus sign, select the columns, and then click Ungroup. Similarly, ungroup the data of the next 3 months. In this way, you can group and ungroup data as required. Creating subtotals. The subtotal command in the outline group of the Data tab is used to automatically calculate subtotals and grand totals in a column of a worksheet. The displayed worksheet contains a list of employees with the details of their departments and monthly salaries. You want to know the total salaries that are being paid monthly with the department-wise breakup. This can be easily done using the subtotal feature. You first need to sort the data on the field for which you want the subtotals. In this case, department. Click any cell containing department data. Now on the Data tab, in the Sort and Filter group, click Sort A to Z. Your list is now sorted department-wise. Then on the Data tab, in the Outline group, click Subtotal. In the Subtotal window, in the At Each Change In box, select Department, since this is the field you sorted the data on and for which you want the totals. Ensure that the monthly salary box is checked under Add Subtotal To. Now click OK. Here you are. The subtotals for all departments are displayed along with the grand total. Let's shade the cells containing the totals with different colors to highlight them. Use the Fill Color icon in the font group of the Home tab for this. You can see that groups have been automatically created. Click the minus and plus signs to collapse them and expand them as required. Groups by level. When you create subtotals, your worksheet is divided into different levels. You can switch between these levels to quickly control how much information is displayed in the worksheet by clicking the level buttons at the top left of the worksheet. Click the lowest level, that is 1, to display the least detail. Now you can view only the grand total. Next, click level 2. This contains each subtotal row but hides all other data from the worksheet. Click the highest level 3 to view and expand all the worksheet data. You can also use the Show Detail and Hide Detail buttons in the Outline group of the Data tab to show and hide groups. Along with sums, you can use the Subtotal feature to calculate averages, number of entries, etc. by selecting the appropriate option in the Use function box. Removing subtotals. To remove all subtotals, click any cell containing the data used. Then, on the Data tab, in the Outline group, click Subtotal. In the Subtotal window, click Remove All. All totals are now removed. Here is a rundown on what you have learned. Combining or grouping data, hiding and displaying groups, ungrouping data, and removing subtotals.
New and improved connectors. In an Excel worksheet, you can add various types of visual elements like shapes, icons, three-dimensional models, and so on. One such feature is the connectors. Now, connectors, as the name suggests, link or connect two or more shapes in a worksheet. Microsoft Excel provides a variety of connectors such as elbow, curved, elbow arrow, curved arrow, and others. These help in drawing technical diagrams such as flowcharts, schematics. Additionally, you can also edit texts in the text boxes connected to a connector. To apply a connector, first click on the Insert tab of the address bar. After this, choose Illustrations and click on Shapes. Under the Lines group, choose the connector that you wish to use and right-click on it. Here, click on the Lock Drawing Mode from the list. Next, click on the cell where you want to position your connector and then drag the cursor to the spot where you want to end it. Once done, your connector is inserted in your chosen cells. This allows you to draw multiple connectors until you press Escape. Further, you can edit or remove a connector using the different format options. Therefore, use these simple steps to insert or edit connectors to link texts in a Microsoft Excel worksheet.
Objectives. Let's learn something new. This activity will cover drawing shapes, erasing drawings, understanding the use of the Lasso Select tool, adding and removing pens, creating shapes with ink, and entering a math expression with ink.